A long time ago, in the quiet village of Umoro, there lived a girl named Oma. She was unlike anyone the villagers had ever known. Oma's beauty was breathtaking, her skin was as smooth as polished, her hair shimmered under the sun, and her piercing eyes seemed to hold ancient secrets. People often stopped in their tracks to marvel at her beauty, but their admiration quickly turned into unease. Oma was different. She didn't join the other girls in the village square to gossip or play. She kept to herself, always wearing a calm but unreadable expression. Men were especially wary of her. It wasn't just her silence that made them afraid, it was the stories. It was said that any man who tried to approach Oma for love or marriage would face misfortune. Some fell gravely ill. Others lost their possessions overnight. There was even a man who, after boldly declaring his love for Oma in the village square, mysteriously disappeared and was never seen again. The villagers whispered that Oma was cursed, that no man could claim her heart without paying a terrible price. Yet, her beauty was irresistible. Despite the warnings, many men dared to try. They brought gifts of fine cloth, jewelry, and baskets of food. They spoke sweet words and made grand promises. But none succeeded. And so, Oma became both admired and feared. Her fellow girls, jealous of her beauty and frustrated by her aloofness, began to resent her. They whispered behind her back and pointed at her accusingly whenever something went wrong in the village.
She is the reason the rains are late. She's cursed, and she's bringing misfortune to all of us.
One day, a visitor arrived in Umoro. His name was Oboro, a young and brave hunter from a distant land. Oboro was tall and strong, with skin kissed by the sun and a confident smile that made the village girls swoon. He had come to Umoro to visit his maternal uncle, who was one of the village elders. As Oboro explored the village, he heard whispers about Oma, the tales of her beauty and the curse intrigued him. When he finally saw her at the market, he was struck by her elegance. Oma stood alone, examining a basket of vegetables, her sharp eyes scanning each item with precision. Oboro couldn't look away. "She's beautiful," he murmured. One of the village girls overheard him and quickly warned him. "Don't even think about it. She's cursed. Any man who approaches her suffers." But Oboro was not easily frightened. "A curse? I don't believe in such things. Every story has an explanation." The girls laughed. "You'll regret it if you try. Ask any man in this village." Oboro smiled. "We'll see." Oboro began to observe Oma from a distance. He noticed how she avoided the company of others, how her gaze seemed to carry the weight of sorrow. Determined to uncover the truth, he approached his uncle one evening. "Uncle, why is everyone so afraid of Oma?" he asked.
Oma's mother was a powerful healer, gifted with knowledge of herbs and spirits. When Oma was born, her mother angered a spirit by refusing to perform a ritual that would bound her daughter to it. Spirit cursed Oma, decreeing that no man would ever love her without suffering misfortune.
His uncle told him there was a way to break the curse. The spirit demands an answer to a riddle, someone willing to face it and prove their love for Oma. Oboro's resolve hardened. "I will do it." The next morning, Oboro went to Oma's house. She opened the door, her expression wary. "What do you want?" she asked. "I want to help you," Oboro said gently. "I know about the curse." Oma's eyes widened in surprise. "You're wasting your time. Leave before it's too late." "I'm not afraid," he said firmly. "Let me prove it to you." Oma stared at him, searching his face for any sign of doubt. Finally, she nodded. "Meet me at the old baobab tree at sunset." When the sun dipped below the horizon, Oboro arrived at the ancient tree. Oma was already there, her figure illuminated by the soft glow of fireflies. "Are you sure about this?" she asked. "Yes," he said. Oma closed her eyes and began to chant softly. The air grew cold, and a sudden gust of wind rustled the leaves. The spirit appeared, a towering figure with glowing red eyes and a voice like thunder.
You are brave, but bravery is not enough. To break the curse, you must answer my riddle. Fail, and you will suffer the same fate as those before you. I am a treasure sought by all, yet I am free and cannot fall. I cannot be held, though I can heal. To win my favor, you must reveal. What am I? The gift Oma holds, that frees a heart and breaks this fool.
The answer is trust. Trust is the treasure Oma guards, free but fragile, impossible to hold unless given. It is her pain that binds her, and her trust that will set her free. The spirit pauses, its fiery eyes dimming. Then, with a voice softened by realization, it declares,
Wise, young one, you have seen past her beauty to her wounds, and past her strength to her fears. Trust is indeed the key. Oma must trust, and you must be patient enough to earn it. The curse is lifted, your heart find peace, and your love endure.
As the spirit vanishes, a warm light surrounds Oma and Oboro. Oma and Oboro became the talk of the village. The girls who had once scorned her now envied her newfound happiness. The men who had failed in their attempts to win her heart congratulated Oboro, though some did so reluctantly. Oma and Oboro were married under the old baobab tree, where the curse had been broken. Their love became a symbol of hope and bravery, a reminder that even the darkest curses could be overcome with courage and true devotion. And so, the story of Oma and Oboro was told for generations in Umoro, a tale of love, sacrifice, and the power of the human spirit.